Knights, behold, a character that I have been waiting my whole life for, Archer. Now, those of you guys who know, I have been complaining about the lack of this character archetype for nearly a decade. In RPGs, I love Archer, second only to Knights. It's really that simple, and we've finally got it. Gearing her has never been easier in DFO, trust me. In fact, it's only the third day since we've gotten her, and as you guys can see, I'm basically ready to join Bakal Raid. Granted, I did save up and dumped a whole bunch of resources to get here, but much of the legwork comes from all of the events that we've been given. So if you've been wanting to play Archer like me, or you just want to get back into DFO, now is as good a time as ever. Now, I'm not going to try and decipher all of what's going on with the release of Archer. For that, I refer you to this extravagant landing page. But to summarize, Archer is a new base class that currently has access to 2 subclasses. One of them is the Traveler. She is your generic Archer subclass, utilizing a bow and arrow with long-range AoEs and acrobatics. She is extremely agile and is also part of an exclusive club of characters that have access to a ton of aerial casting skills. Personally, I have found her to be a blast to play, with just enough of a skill curve to keep a guy interested long after you've already mastered what all of the skills do. The other Archer is the Muse, and she joins the very exclusive club of buffers in DFO, making her the 4th option in the game. Her playstyle is without a doubt the most complicated of the 4, revolving around some rhythm minigames in her role as a pop star. Now, I unfortunately don't have any gameplay footage of this, so I just bummed it off of someone else, but the reason I don't will become apparent whenever we talk about events. Speaking of which, we have a lot of them. Daphne has a great gambling event to get platinum emblems. You spend 2.5 million for a legendary emblem, and if you combine 2 of them, you get a random plat emblem for your advancement. If you don't like the one that you get, spend another 2.5 to effectively re-roll. It's always a gamble to do stuff like this, but considering the relatively low prices for plat emblems for the brand new Archer classes, this is a very valid strategy for getting battle plats and or swap plats. I actually had a lot of success with this event, although again, like I said, it's always a gamble. Again, as discussed, we have a lot of events for Archer, but the one that I want to hone in on is the legal duplication event, since it really encompasses everything else. Effectively, you will choose one Archer as your primary, and then you should use them as a primary recipient for all of the other events. As you can see here, you can link to any other character on your account. In this case, I have my Muse in waiting. At any point in time, you can click this button here and duplicate the items that you have acquired on your main event character and give them to the linked character. In other words, duplicating that character's gear. Now, unfortunately, you only have one opportunity to duplicate, so you want to make it worth your while. And to do that, you need to complete these missions. Doing this will unlock gear slots that will carry over after the transfer, as well as some additional rewards. Effectively, the better that you are at clearing these missions, the better your duplication will be. Of particular note here is the weapon slot upgrade. You need 35 days of clearing the daily limited mission to get the weapon slot unlocked. This explains why I haven't played my Muse yet. I'm just waiting to duplicate my Traveler stuff over to her. Now, don't worry about the differences between a Deeps and a Buffer character. You can swap out the gear as needed, including epics, armor masteries, enchants, and even amplifications. Just remember that every investment that you make is really twice as effective now. The level up, power up for archers and the Archer Welcome Home event both kind of serve to make this whole gearing process easier, much easier, as indicated by where my Traveler is currently. They aren't really that hard to follow. Just use the coins that you get to quickly boost your character and complete these missions daily. I know I have been, at least, because Traveler is fast and overpowered. But enough talking about archers, guys, because to be frank, I just want to get back in game and actually play them. So I'll end off with a few other changes that we've gotten. First off, we have a cool new fade-in transition instead of the hard cut to black, and I genuinely think it looks a lot better. There is a draw 10 in Canna's Neo Premium coin minigame, which can now additionally be opened from the Neo Premium Plus UI if you have it. Remaining FP out of the total is now displayed on the FP bar itself, and I can't believe we've gone this long in the game without this feature. And last but not least, we got some new mileage items. I don't know exactly when we got these, but I noticed that you can get a selectable Exile Talisman for only 20 mileage. and your choice of any rune for only 10. I went ahead and did it for all of my characters, and that is cheap, trust me. If you want to drastically improve your skill's damage, utility, and effects, you should be optimizing this feature. I don't think you should be using your mileage for anything else, to be honest. But with that all being said, guys, that's really all I've got for today. Check me out on stream sometime. That's where I'm doing most of my content nowadays anyway. Knights. Begone. I just got it. I just got it. The climax, baby. I got it. Too bad I spent so much money on this already. And I can't seal it again. Holy shit.